listen to it on Apple, you'll be hearing this because it's gonna be live.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was only right for those who follow this one on Facebook.
Yes.
It was only right that we come on to celebrate you.
Yes.
So for the check-in today, I want to know how does it feel,
Girl,
to be a fiance?
Girl,
Okay.
It feels amazing.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm so full of joy. I have not been to sleep. So, look, I'm running on fumes right now. But girl, God is so good and my heart is just so full of joy, girl. So it feels amazing.
Okay. So walk us through,
girl.
just I know we're live, but for those of you who are just tuning in, my sister friend, and co-host is now somebody's fiance.
Girl, can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Okay, glowing and everything. Glowing at the
Look,
show.
You see I got my glasses on because I got little bags under my eyes. And y'all can't see that. Because I ain't been to sleep.
Yes. So
Everybody's saying congratulations. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much.
So real quick, walk the people through.
Girl.
The people through. Okay?
He got me so good. So, we were supposed to be doing a photo shoot yesterday. With one of Trey's friends. He's getting into photography. And we were supposed to do a photo shoot.
Okay.
And it ended up turning into an engagement. So we are walking around the park, taking pictures. You know, I'm having fun. We just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up doing me some solo pictures.
Okay.
And taking, I'm in full model mode. Turned around because I was looking for Trey because we was up high. It was at Maymont. It happened at Maymont Park.
Okay.
And so down there they have like a little waterfall.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty down there.
You can climb up a little high. So I'm like, where Trey at? Making sure we ain't falling and stuff, making sure he good. And I turned around and he is on one knee. And when I tell you I almost passed out.
I can only imagine.
I almost passed out.
I can only imagine. That is so, girl.
When you get a little lightheaded and everything, I just felt like my world had started like spinning, girl. And then he scared me because he was like close to the edge, and I was like, "Baby, hold on, come up a little bit, cause my nerves bad."
You heard about him, look. Wow.
Yes, wow. But best day of my life. I will never forget that moment. Oh my goodness, God is so good. I've been praying for this forever.
Wow.
And for it to come.
And it's arrived.
Girl. By surprise.
Well, we are happy for you. And like I said, I thought it was only, I thought that it was only right for, you to come on and...
I appreciate it, sis.
Thank you. Celebrate. Hey to some of the people, Tiffany, Wendy, you ain't let the heck come off your head.
Now you know I couldn't do that. Look, I was holding it. Look, every time I hugged somebody, after like congratulations stuff, I had to hold on to my hat because it was about to fall off. But you know me, I was in full model mode.
Girl, see, like you was in character.
Oh, look.
I love it.
So you can see the comments.
I love it. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll continue to come this way. Cool. That way you won't have to use that. Hey, Cicely. Just saying hey to those who, are tuned in with this real quick. But yeah, so we just wanted to do a live podcast for today. We thought it would be cool. Something to try out. But so that was the check-in. I wanted to check in with my girl to see just how she's feeling. And I think I can speak for everybody when I say we are happy for you. The healers are happy for you.
I am just so full of joy. God is so good. He's so good and he's so faithful.
All the time.
All
faithful. The time.
Yes, girl. So, topic for today.
Yes. We are going to be discussing generational blessings. I know a lot of times we talk about like our healing process and different things like that. And for anyone who's tuning in right now, we want you to drop in the comments, what do you feel that you have identified as your generational blessings.
Yeah.
You know, but before we get to the blessings, we kind of thought it would be cool to kind of go down memory lane just a little bit and talk about some things that we were able to identify as our generational curses, and how we have, kind of stood in the gap for that, and to create these generational blessings and things like that. So
Let me go first.
Yeah.
I feel like something that I'm breaking off of my family is silence. Breaking the curse of silence. I am speaking about things that have never been spoken about. Just learning to use my voice in a very just doing this podcast and blogging, that has never, I didn't see that in my family.
Okay.
So I feel like God is using me to break the silence and to speak up and to, share about our story.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel like my thing I'm still in the process of it. It can be hard sometimes to share your story or share what you've overcome, but God has just been giving me the confidence to do it. The confidence to do it. So that's one of my things.
That's good.
What about you?
I think I definitely would have to agree and say the same. Silence. Again, anybody who knows me, if you've been following the podcast, I hate the saying, what happens in this house stays in this house. So I think for me, just kind of shedding light on normalized dysfunction.
Yeah.
Because we can be operating in dysfunction so much that it becomes normal.
Yeah.
So when we do enter a season where the dysfunction no longer is occurring, we don't know what to do with ourselves.
That's so true.
So I think that would be one for me too. And then like you said, breaking the silence, of course, and not going along to get along.
Yeah.
Not doing that. Not doing that.
Yeah.
It's just certain things. If I don't agree with it, I don't have to love you less because I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
That's just not something I agree with. And I'm not going to conform. Yeah. Because that's what you want me to do.
Yeah. Okay, whole word out here. Look.
How long
we just hopped on here.
Yeah. So I would say that.
That's so good. I love it. I also feel like God is taking me on this journey of, I guess I'm kind of stepping into entrepreneurship, I guess.
Ooh, okay.
And I've never seen that before, trying to figure out how that's going to work out and what to do and all of that stuff. So I'm not going to say it's a generational curse, but just generational things that we've seen, working regular jobs and, staying there for years and years. God has been showing me, it's okay to change. You don't have to stay the same all the time, even in your career. You cannot like something after a time, and that's okay. You don't have to do the same thing for all your, forever.
Facts.
You can change, and it's okay with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, that's another one of my things.
I agree with that. Another thing I also thought about too, breaking the curse of needing. I want to be very cautious of how I say this, but kind of needing others' approval or needing someone to agree with me to know that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one.
I want to know, you guys who are tuned in with this, have you ever struggled with that? Because I think that's big.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially from small town, if you were doing something that went against the grain, as I like to say, you were outcasted.
Yeah.
It's you're shunned. If so most of the time people conform. Like I said earlier, conform to what the way that it's always been done, type of thing.
Yep. That's so good. I want y'all to comment and let us know, do you struggle with people pleasing?
Girl.
Raise your hand.
Girl. Put your hand up.
Struggle with people pleasing. That's something that I'm still trying to overcome.
Yes, it's a daily thing. To do.
Yeah.
So
it is. It is.
Yeah.
But Cecily just raised her hand. Yes,
girl.
For
honesty.
Yes.
Transparent. Because it's real. And we don't talk about those things. Everybody wants to act like don't talk about my family. But sometimes some things do need to be talked about.
Yeah,
like, let's
absolutely.
be real. Let's be honest. Everything is not peaches and cream all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely important to do so.
Yeah.
So thank you, Cecily.
Yes.
For that. Keeping it 100.
Okay.
Yep.
We love it.
And so with that being said, Wendy said, I embrace being the black sheep because I am me. Love me or leave me, but I got to be
me. Okay.
I'm with that. I'm with that, Wendy.
When you can just be yourself.
Yes.
Just being yourself. And I feel like God is still, like, every day God is just like, it's okay. Just be yourself. You don't have to be nobody else. You don't have to conform.
There we go.
To what everybody else is doing or what everybody else has ever done. Yes, Wendy, I love it.
Yes, me too.
Yolandra is waving. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Tiffany says, I'm learning to be okay with being the black sheep of my family.
Wow.
And how about we change that term, black sheep? No.
Let's change that.
Maker.
Ooh.
Change makers.
Change makers. Now, I like that.
Change makers, yeah.
Come on. Come on, Hilla.
Yes.
I love that.
Change makers.
We ain't no black sheeps no more. Change makers.
Yeah.
Okay? And I feel like, be mindful too in families. I've seen most of the time, like, I don't want to say most of the time, but a good portion of the time, like I said, it's most of the time. When you are doing something that kind of goes against what everyone else is doing, it's because they fear.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. I think you and I both, like, for our families, like stepping out on faith and not being ruled by fear. Because most of the time, that's why people stick to the same thing, because they're scared of what's going to happen if I go outside of this boundary that tradition has created for my family. A lot of times families will do the same thing and don't know why they do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just because this is how it's always been done. This is how it's always been taught. So if I go outside of that boundary, what's going to happen? Yeah. So
I love it. I love it.
Come on, change makers.
Change makers, yeah. Tiffany said, yes, for the change makers. Yes, girl. Hey, change maker. We see you, girl.
Yes.
All right.
So, should we get into the generational blessings?
Yes. Do I need to know? Look.
Because I want to keep my hat on too. Yeah. Shaneka came in and hyped me up.
First of all,
on my fashion.
How good does she look? I love me up. I love to see it. Look, I love to see it. Look.
This what you uplift your sister, okay?
I love to see, beautiful black women just out here, out there. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. She made me feel good about myself when she came in. So,
so generational blessings.
Yes. So, can you tell me?
Wait. Cecily said the whole outfit. And Wendy said, you look good, girl.
Thank you, Cecily.
Y'all are so sweet. The whole outfit.
I love y'all. I swear I love y'all. Don't know what this does for us. I'm telling you. Thank you, sis.
Yeah.
Thank you, queens. Thank you. But yeah, so with that being said, and I want you guys to think about this too. What do you feel like you are doing right now to create generational blessings, and if you already created generational blessings? Yeah.
I think this entrepreneurship thing that God has me on, I definitely think that is the start of something. Right now I don't know what that looks like, but I really feel God like pulling me towards that, because it's just so many things. I feel like I always get off track. I'll be like, what I said, get back over here. Like, no, we're gonna do this thing, Right. But I'm thankful for it. So I can say like the beginning of seeing entrepreneurship more.
Yeah, okay.
Marriage.
Every time you come around my city, bling bling. Come on.
Why me and Trey been singing that song all morning?
Girl, cause y'all should. I would wake up in the morning, brushing my teeth, bling bling. Okay.
Girl,
let's do it.
Like when I took my ring off, I just set it on my Bible. I was like, God, you did that, okay?
Right.
You did.
That's how you know when you can't. All you can do is just give God the credit.
It ain't come from nobody else but Him.
Girl,
nobody else.
I'm happy for you.
Him. So, seeing, I guess young people married in my family.
Yeah.
And just, also being a young woman of faith. Being a young woman of faith and taking my faith very seriously.
Yeah. That's
just
real. That's real.
All of that. So yeah.
That's real.
What about for you?
I love it. Well, first, I can talk about, because a lot of times, I talk about generational curses and things that I've seen in my family. But I had some time to kind of reflect on the generational blessings in my family. And so one of the things that I feel like has been passed down to me is that in my family, we are very articulate people. And so I'm thankful that I, have inherited that, because I feel like that has led me to a lot of the things that I do now. Yeah. A lot of people who know me from back home, I worked at a radio station at like 15, 16. Yes, girl, worked at a radio station, gospel radio station.
I did not know that.
Girl, yes. Don't let me, WSHV 1370.
I love to see it, okay.
But just realizing, like, looking back on it, being that young and able to handle that, like, talk, you have to, it's a certain, like, style and tone that you have to have, like, in your voice to do that. Yeah. And stuff. So just, just doing that, and some of the things that I learned back then helped me to kind of put things together for the podcast, So I'm thankful for that. And just another generational blessing, singing and my faith. My family are heavy believers in God and going to church. That's big on my family. But for me specifically, I would say being mindful of my words.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think
you gotta break that down.
Look, yes. So I come from a family that gives a tough love, tough love. But some that can be reckless with what we say, and that's okay. But we have to learn. Actually, it's not okay. But it's what's okay is if you're on the journey to changing it. Yeah. And that's something that has been heavy in my spirit lately. I literally have to fight myself, Shaneka. Literally, when I am upset, I mean, it just like fly. I just fly off at the mouth. Yeah. And I'm not okay with that. And I don't mind admitting that I'm struggling with it now, because I'm going to fight it so that I won't pass it on.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so good.
I want to create a generational blessing by doing that. And two, I'm also, and I'm claiming, I don't speak it. I'm also claiming to create a generational blessing of being okay with that. You're not going to please everyone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not conform. Yeah. I am going to break that. Yeah. That codependency thing. I'm going to break it if it's the last thing I do.
Come on, now. Come on. That was a whole word. And I just want to say, I'm so proud of you. So
Thank you, girl.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
That's huge. And I was gonna say something, but I lost my thought. It'll come back. Yes. But we had a comment. Cecily said, I don't know if this counts, and it does. I just read it. But trying to get healthy, hoping maybe my family wants to get involved. It's been a discussion that's really been that has never really been held.
Girl, heck yes, Cecily.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Getting healthy, changing your eating is hard. That's why a lot of people don't do it. Yep. It takes a sacrifice.
Girl.
It takes, it takes time, learning different recipes and having to relearn.
Yes. And drinking water.
Drinking water.
We don't even know how important, like, drinking water can, like, almost solve a lot of health issues. Just saying. Like,
it really can.
No, Cecily, girl, don't you discredit that.
No. That definitely.
That is really big, girl. Don't you dare discredit that. Yes. Wendy said, I think my generational blessing is being able to cook for my whole family on Sundays. My mom did it, and since her passing, I'm continuing her tradition. Yes. I think it keeps us together and strong.
Yes. Sunday dinners. Yes. I grew up on that, and I want to continue to do that for my family. Yes. Because you'd be surprised a lot of families don't do that, and I didn't know, until I started meeting different people. But my grandma always cooked on Sundays, or even if it was just something small. Both my grandmas. even if it was just something small, but we ate together.
Yes.
And we talked and, you know, just enjoyed each other. I love that.
Me too. And I'm a big family person too.
Me too.
I love that intimate family time and friend where you're laughing and you're joking and you're talking about what happened at church. Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like that, those type of things keep you together. Mm-hmm. And that's what creates the most memories. I felt when I get my niece and nephew now, they're in the phones. Everything is social media. You know, it's hard. And I see, like, I don't think they struggle, but just having, like, those conversations with people, connecting with people. Mm-hmm. So, yes, Wendy, I think that's a good one. Yes. I think that's excellent.
I love it. I love it. She said, you better say it. Yes. It makes a difference.
Sunday was the day we all got together. Have to get back to it.
Yes, we definitely have to get that. That's definitely going to be in my future family.
I agree with that.
And it's definitely needed because, you know, look how we go. You know, we're still talking about it as we're older, and I want, you know, we want our kids to talk about that too and continue that. What am I trying to say? Tradition.
Because some traditions are good. All traditions aren't bad. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because sometimes we're talking about generational curses. You know, we look at tradition as a negative thing, and sometimes people will try to taint it as a negative. But some traditions should be kept and going. You know what I'm saying? Especially if fruit, if you see fruit yielding from it. That's one thing that I believe in too. Anything that is continuing to yield fruit and helping you to grow, then probably something, you know, that's okay to continue. Yeah. Just saying.
Absolutely. I love that. That was a good one. Yeah. Both of them, being healthy, cooking for your family. Yeah. Like all of that.
Definitely
all of that. Therapy.
That should have been the first thing we said. Like, look, okay. Yeah.
Going to therapy, knowing that it's okay to speak to someone else about what's going on, having an outside person kind of look in that doesn't know everything, but they actually went to school for this.
Yes.
God has given them the knowledge to help you see things that you can't see.
Come on.
All of that.
I agree with that.
All of that. And
I agree with that.
While we're talking about that, I have to tell y'all, my therapist is absolutely amazing. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know how she found out, but I'm pretty sure she may have saw it on social media. But she texted me today, and this matters so much. And she texted me and she said, I'm so excited for y'all. Look at what healing does for you. You opened your heart to healing and made room for love to come in. And I cried.
I know you did. I know you did.
You know I did, but that just meant so much. And, you know, I'm just so glad because I remember being in this space of just running into the same cycles. I felt like I was dating the same person in a different body. And just wanting so much more for myself. And just like, God, I know that this can't be it for me. Like, if I was like, just remember sitting, I was like, I got to find me a therapist because something internally in me is off and I need to figure out what it is.
Come on.
Because I'm attracting this. Yeah. Why don't I love myself enough? Why am I not seeing myself the right way? Why am I, keep running into these same things? Why do I think the way I do? Like, my therapist has helped me with all of that, and I'm still working through a lot of the stuff, and some stuff I don't even speak about, and I know that God is going to give me the confidence and the right timing to speak about it. But it's just like, I'm just so glad I went.
Girl,
I needed it.
Me too.
I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't have been ready for when Trey proposed to me if I wouldn't have went.
Girl, that's the whole. When I say that's the whole word. And that's why this podcast is so important, because it's easy for people to look at the outside and think like, oh, this person has it together. This person, you don't know what a person is dealing with on the inside. Yeah. When I say like I have been under like a huge spiritual attack, like my mind and just and strongholds, and you wouldn't believe the things that people struggle with. Yeah. I can smile all day, and on the inside, I am breaking down. I am confused. Woo. It gets real. It gets real.
Just reminded me of an assignment that my therapist did. I'm trying to remember it, but I can't remember it all. But I remember when I was going to my therapy class, she had us do an assignment of the perception of we had to like look through magazines and find words of what we actually broadcast to people. It was a paper bag. And we had to tape all the things that we actually let people see. And inside the bag, we... Why you ain't do your whistle look?
Look, I look at you saying that.
I was waiting for it.
Girl.
But we had to find words and feelings of how we felt internally that we never wanted people to see. And as we went through the process, she said, well, how can we get you to a space where it doesn't matter? Like the stuff that's internally, why are you trying to hide that?
That's an assignment for y'all.
It was powerful.
That's an assignment.
It was powerful because for a long time, I used to always hide behind my smile, even though I was just I had so much inner turmoil going on inside of me. And it caused me to be sick. It caused me to have all of these health issues that didn't nobody know where it came from. And, just all of that, like, it caused so much stuff.
Dang. That's good.
That's so much. It was so powerful. And I remember doing it. I actually had to redo mine because she told me I didn't go as deep as she wanted me to. And when I redid it, I really, got real with myself. And I took the assignment like seriously. And I'm like, I do got a lot of stuff that I'm hiding. I'm praying to be confident enough. It don't matter, what it is. Yeah. Just being who God created me to be. And that way, when you do, tell about what's going on and, different struggles and stuff like that with the right people, they're not going to judge you. They're going to be able to relate. It may not be the same thing, but you're going to be relatable. Exactly. It's like that vulnerability.
Exactly. And vulnerability helps to build connections with people too. Like you can think about when you meet someone and they're like really extra and you can kind of tell they're fake. You know what I'm saying? You're more likely to kind of steer away from that person. Yeah. But when you meet someone and you can connect with them on a vulnerable level and you can share your testimony and the things that and the Bible even tells that too. As a matter of fact, dang, I just read a scripture about that where basically it was saying share your pray for one another, share your struggles with each other so that you can overcome. We weren't designed to do this thing alone. We weren't designed to walk alone. And I'm glad you shared that because that's what therapy does. Like Black folks, please believe in therapy. It is not just for therapy is, I'm telling you, the best thing ever. And I went to school for it, and I still have a therapist. Yeah. So it's like that, you know, and it brings so much clarity to have someone outside in to help you walk through different things.
It does. So it really does.
That's good.
Probably have a problem. Wendy said, Stephanie said, amen. Yes. Wendy said, won't he do it? None but God. Trey was walking that healing path with you, and it led to that proposal. Sure did. Fun facts. Let me give you 2 fun facts.
Come on with the facts.
Because it's so crazy. So I went through an internship at my church. And anyway, at the end of the internship, we went to this conference called the Wave Conference in Virginia Beach. I found out me and Trey were at that conference. Of course, he was, I think he was living like in the Virginia Beach area. We both went to that same conference. So that means we were in the same room, did not know each other. And that's not it. It was another group. Me and my best friend Tiff. We had I don't even know how we came across it, but it was like a Facebook group. It was like they was doing like these Facebook lives, but it was called it was I forgot what the name of it is, but it was called like getting prepared for the right one or praying for your future spouse. Okay. And we did like these different prayers, and you kind of pray different things for your future spouse. Trey was actually doing that too.
Match made in doggone heaven. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Match made in heaven.
It's crazy how
that's crazy.
We both were kind of doing the same thing.
That's crazy.
But we never. And when we talk about it, we was like, "Dang, that's girl." It gives me chills just thinking.
That's
about
how you
it.
know, like God was in that thing.
Yes.
Like it's crazy. Every time you come around, I say it bling bling. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's gonna be our
bling,
theme
bling.
song.
Okay. Oh my
goodness. That's gonna be our theme song.
That is
girl,
amazing.
God
is crazy.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm so glad I went to therapy. I'm so glad I did the work.
Yeah.
And I just even remember, you know, before going to therapy, I was listening to it's this guy called Tony Gaskins.
Yes,
and
I like him.
He give it to you straight.
He is.
And I remember
straight, no chance.
doing like he is just kind of, I think he had just started kind of getting big, and he had this like Love University thing talking about like teaching you how to love yourself and kind of identify some of those things that you kind of want to change.
I've seen some of that or something like that. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he had some good. I just find myself like in my single season, even though I was still like messing up, you know, trying to do things my own way. I made sure at night I sat quiet and I was doing those classes. I was reading the Bible. I was writing down my list of what I wanted in a spouse. And back then I was just like, dang, it ain't gonna never happen. And like now I'm like, man, it happened so fast. Like it just came.
Wow.
The perfect timing.
That is the perfect timing.